It is not on, but this one.
It is now.
Hey, you. There it is. Welcome back, Marky Poo. I don't know if you can't see him, but you heard him.
Yay.
There he is.
Good morning, everybody.
The infamous Marky Poo.
The noise-making, mic-destroying, chair-slouching
Mark.
Back from vacation, Mark.
Gosh, it was incredible.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, we just got back from vacation not too long ago.
We did.
And it was incredible.
We went on a little cruise around the Caribbean.
We sure did.
Or the Caribbean.
Either way.
Depends on who you are, if you're a pirate or not.
Well,
It was fantastic.
I'm a pirate.
We went on slides and
So many slides.
rope courses and
Yeah, tackled some fear.
tackled some fears.
Tackled some
Conquered
fears.
some fears.
Conquered some fears for some people.
Yeah, it's good times. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, glad you're
Abel
here.
and Beyond.
I think
Podcast is back
we are back, baby.
with the two original goofballs.
And we got Christmas stuff.
It's a special day. It's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
The Christmas episode. Can't you tell?
Can't you tell? We got reindeers and trees.
Reindeers and trees and extra shiny coffee cups.
And it's incredible. It's coffee from our cruise.
Yeah. See, Scott's swilling down some
Dominican.
beautiful organic Dominican grown on a west-facing mountain with the right amount of dew.
And it's fantastic. It tastes every bit of it.
And mine's from Target.
Not the same?
Cheers.
Cheers. Not the same.
One of these things.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Abel and Beyond. Today is a very special episode, right, Mark? Mm-hmm. For us, because it is Christmas, baby.
It's beginning to look a lot
Yeah.
like
And what do you think about Christmas?
Christmas is, well, it should be a time to slow down. It should be a time to reflect.
Okay.
And it's a good time for honesty and it invites us to look past the noise and remember what we are actually celebrating.
Right?
When he entered the world.
Yeah. Not just the old Saint Nick, but also Jesus.
Yeah.
Right?
More so, I'd say.
Right.
I'm all about that. I used to always just be about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But it's different now.
Crazy, right?
Different.
Crazy the what happens, you know what I mean?
Correct.
All right. So what if Christmas itself proves that disability was never a problem God needed to fix?
Yeah.
So like when you think about Christmas right now, like what emotion comes up? Joy, peace, stress for me.
Yes.
I'm sure for you.
All of them.
All of them. Grief, hope, and maybe all at once, right? But I think that question, right? I think it like reframes everything, because when God chose to step into humanity, like he didn't come as a powerful king or a warrior or like a perfect adult. Like he came as a baby, right?
A baby.
Dependent, like very vulnerable, like needing care, needing others. And that tells us something like foundational about God. Like weakness is it's not something he avoids, right?
Right.
It's something he willingly enters. And I think that's so important, because we've talked about it before, about the weakness, and I think it's incredible to kind of like look at it that way. Like, man, like how does it challenge our understanding of God to realize he chose that on purpose?
Yeah.
Right.
I actually had I had an event this morning, as you know.
Did I lob that one up perfectly for you?
You did, actually, because I had no idea what we were even talking about today.
Yeah. So go for it.
Yeah, this morning I woke up.
Bring the world into your life.
Yeah. So here we go. This is crazy. So this is amazing.
Hot take.
Yeah. So last night I started another table, and I poured a bunch of epoxy, and it was like my biggest pour ever. And
so hold on, this guy is very, very talented when it comes to like woodworking and stuff like that, and has a woodworking company that he's getting off the ground as well, which is incredible.
Just started to get off the ground.
Look out for that as well.
So you know, things go wrong. You know, it just happens when you're starting out. And
yeah,
and
look at us.
So this morning I woke up all excited to go out and kind of see what it became overnight, because it just changes all night as the epoxy rolls, and it changes. And
Can we put the pictures up of
Yeah,
last night?
yeah, I can.
Last night and
Yeah, I'll put a couple up,
Yeah.
and then so I woke up this morning super excited to go see what it would be. I covered all the bases this time. At least I thought I did.
Yeah.
I did everything I thought I needed to do correctly. The temperature was right to do it. I'm like, this is going to be fantastic.
Isn't that great when we think?
When we think, I had all these great plans of how this thing was going to go, and I woke up this morning, and there was a huge crack down the middle of it.
Massive.
So that usually happens like when it overheats or it dries too fast,
right,
or it cures too fast. So this huge crack, and I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? This thing's gone. It's trash.
Yeah.
And I was like,
big old paperweight.
I said, my biggest thing now is where am I going to trash this thing?
Which you asked me.
And then I called Scott, and I was like, poor Scott gets the first call, and he gets all the dump. He's like, dude.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. It goes both ways.
He's good at it. He's good at talking me off of my whatever I'm on. So anyway, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? This big crack down the middle.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna have some coffee. I'll talk to my wife, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we'll get this figured out. It's just a crack. So I went out about 30 minutes later, and there were about 6 cracks all over the thing.
Oh, geez.
So I got super down, and I thought, man, another, like, how can I keep making these mistakes? And like everything I do, like I just can't seem to do it right. And I just got really down on myself. And then I decided to take Scott's advice, and I just filled the cracks. I filled the cracks with just some black, like dark epoxy that I poured in them, right? And then at that moment, when I saw it, I had remembered this thing I saw a long time ago on some special, and it was talking about this Japanese idea that when they repair up, like let's say like it's a broken pot or a broken vase or something, we've alluded to the broken pot several times, right?
We've literally talked about it.
So there's this concept that the repair is as beautiful as the original item.
I'm loving this.
The fact that somebody is willing to take enough time to repair this piece gives it a different value now
100%.
than it had before. So they don't even try to hide the repair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The repair is there for everybody to see. It's super obvious. So this principle is called kintsugi. I can't probably I'm probably pronouncing it repair, and that translates to golden repair.
Look
and
at
then
that.
I kept reading down a little bit, and then there's this other what would you call it, concept, I guess?
Yeah.
Which they call wabi-sabi. It's WABI-SABI, wabi-sabi.
Wabi-sabi.
And it translates loosely as embracing imperfection.
Ooh.
And then, so it says, this practice is rooted in the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, which finds beauty in the flawed and imperfect and transient nature of things. The repair method is also connected to mottainai, which expresses regret when something is wasted.
Wow. So
at that moment when I was sitting there looking at it, and I just poured all that in there, I'm going to get all bubbly. Gosh darn it. I was looking at it, and I was like, man, that's actually looks pretty cool. Like, nobody's going to want it because they're going to know. Anybody who knows anything about epoxy is going to know that was a failed attempt, right? But then I read this, and then I just heard God say, this is how I see you.
Oof.
He says, every morning I wake up and you've got new cracks.
Yeah.
You've got new doubts. You've got new fears. You know? And he's like, and I'm just up here trying to mend you constantly.
That's incredible. I'm hearing this for the first time too.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely incredible.
And that's what I heard. And then, of course, I thought immediately to our friends. And I was picturing God up there like me, like hunched over this table. Like I didn't know what I was going to do, and how am I going to fix this? How am I going to go forward from here? And then I just went forward, and then he gave me that extremely powerful message, and that was probably what the whole thing was for. Just to quit being like, don't be down on myself just because I think I did something wrong or I made a mistake or I didn't do one of the steps right.
Yeah,
I think that's he's there to pick me up always.
Man, without hesitation.
Without hesitation.
And I think that's so important because, man, like, I know I said it to you, like, hey, there's got to be something, there's got to be a reason for it, you know, and always, but like, when we choose to actually like, yeah, you're right. Like, maybe he was just like, Mark, I want to see you fix this.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to see the completion of this so you understand it. And like, for him to be able to like speak through it to you, I think is more powerful than it. Yeah. In all honesty, I think this journey was so much more powerful for you in your spiritual journey than you just making a table and the table being great.
Yeah.
I mean, because without that, this revelation, honestly, this revelation wouldn't have never came to fruition, and you would anytime that you would have had an issue. But man, like looking at that and like, man, like
he's just saying, he's just saying, you're still beautiful in my eyes, dude. All your cracks, all your cracks and your imperfections and he goes, he's just like, dude, to me, I don't see those. Yeah, I see, and it's his beauty in the cracks. That's fixing it, and you know, and it's time. I think it's time for us to stop hiding our imperfections from one another, and I think that's kind of the key to like moving forward in humanity.
And I think like once we can do that, I think that's when things will dictationally change. I think for us as a whole. I mean, I feel like when we go to Mondays, I think that's why it's so beautiful and so different, is because their character flaws are out in the open and they live by their character flaws.
And we all get to move out of that
because that
competitive stance that we live in.
Whatever the case may be, whether they're, and please like understand what I mean by character flaws as like if they have like anxiety or whatever the case that they deal with, it's not like they try and hide it. No. Like I just wanted to be clear with how I said that. It's not that they try and hide it. Like they full out understand what they have, and they are so just beautifully like just forward with the thinking of like, yeah, like I am a broken pot that is consistently being fixed by Jesus. And like, if we could do that, gosh, like I'm sure like not for nothing, but like Mark's had a roller coaster of a day from very, very, very low to our conversation, which maybe helped, but like the conversation didn't do anything that God was able to do. And he did it in a swift move of like,
split second.
Hey, just take a second, read up on it. I'm going to speak to you through it. Like, how many times do we miss that? And I know I've talked about like divine appointments and like if I feel like sometimes like when we don't actually like just pay attention to like what he's trying to show us. Yeah. Because like we get hyperfixated on like it's a broken table. I gotta throw it away, and he's like, no, it's beautiful.
I wasn't listening, dude. He just whacked me across the head with a frying pan.
Because he's like, dude, it's beautiful. Like, dude, it's beautiful, right? Yeah. And he's like, just because you dictate it as broken, I don't see it that way. Yeah, I see the beauty in it, and I see the beauty of it being fixed. Just like with anyone with a disability that thinks that like they are broken or they are damaged goods or whatever the case may be. No. You are made in, there goes that one. You are made in God's image where, crazy, right? Yeah. You are made in God's image, and I did that purposefully, and you're beautiful. Yeah. Like there is nothing, and I mean nothing wrong with you.
Yeah. Like absolutely.
And my heart breaks for our disability community that does not know Jesus, that does not know that. Yeah. And I think that's why me, Mark, and Andrew, who Andrew is going to be getting back on this bad boy with us. I'm super excited. There might be a third chair here for a good run right about in this area. So Andrew, like that's why I think we're so...
Andy is wise.
He is incredible. I think that's what's so incredible about it is like, man, we get to help them understand that God made them intentionally just like they are, and they're beautiful. Yep. There are so many, not just adults and kids with disabilities, but just people in general that are broken, that don't know who Jesus is, that are chasing the idolatry and chasing the things that they're trying to fill gaps with, when nothing's going to fill that gap other than Jesus. And I feel,
Absolutely.
and that's the toughest part.
The only thing that can teach people that they have value after they've been treated differently their entire lives,
right,
is the love of God.
That's
in them,
unconditional.
That they finally can say, you know what, I have every bit of value that everybody else on this earth has.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to see them get that. And that's what you're saying. Like when they come there, they know they don't have to hide who they are. They get to live who they are because they know that they're loved the way they are.
I mean,
and that's what's so cool about it. And that's why we want you to start a special needs ministry.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what we're kind of like talking about. Like, see, like at Christmas, I feel like we at Christmas we celebrate.
Sorry.
There it is. You know, for a whole week on our cruise,
not one cough.
Not one old man gross cough. Little did we know, allergies.
Allergies to my own pets.
Hey, weird. I have allergies to his pets as well. But like, so so at Christmas, right, we celebrate Emmanuel.
Yes.
God with us, right? Not God above us, not God fixing us from a distance, but God with us. And I think that's what we're kind of trying to say here is like, and the truth matters deeply when we talk about disabilities, because disability like has often been treated like something to solve instead of someone to love, right? So like when we think about this, like it's always like, oh, I wish God could fix them, or like, no, like it's not a problem to be fixed. Like that's specifically like how God created them. And it's just kind of like meeting them where they are. And I think that's why special needs ministries are so important, because we get to do that. Like you said, like they get to be Johnny, Peter, it's Samantha. Like they get to be them. They don't get to be a dulled down version of who they want to be because they have to be somewhere where they don't feel comfortable. We have now, and this is incredible, 75 friends that came to Shine Monday.
Yeah, it was enormous.
It was enormous. And we had live worship and Santa and the Grinch.
Claus came to town. The Grinch came in. I heard he came all the way from Central Florida somewhere.
Somewhere in the area.
Somewhere in the St. Leo area.
I think that's where Whoville is.
Yeah, the Grinch lives in
St. Leo.
St. Leo University.
St. Leo, somewhere in that area.
Dorm room number 126.
Yeah, like, and I think that's so cool. Like, we get to do that and celebrate and give them that opportunity and see the growth and, like, know that, like, man, God is with us. Like, he is nowhere else but in that room with, I mean, I'm going to, did you get any, was it all photos of the worship? Any videos of the worship?
I don't think I got any videos. I was heavy on that.
I'm sure he has pictures of like what the live worship talked about, and if I can find it, I'll put it in here as well. I know I'm saying I'm putting a lot of photos in this bad boy, but just to get the aspect of what it truly looks like when God is with a collective group of people, all different shapes, sizes, colors, disabilities. It's incredible.
All worshiping completely differently.
Right. I mean, you know, like where do you think, Mark, the church learned to prioritize like that fixing people over being present with people? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you live too long in the Old Testament, you could see where people maybe get that notion to kind of fix, you know, where God's healing or Jesus is healing people and things like, or in the New Testament where he's healing.
I think that's the big thing is like knowing that churches like, and like understand this, like we love every church, like, and churches mean well. We believe in healing. We believe God can do miracles, but when healing becomes the only acceptable outcome, right? We unfortunately send in a message that people's life only has value if it changes. Yeah. Right?
It's unfortunate.
And like I said before, like me and Mark would be clear, like we love every church, what you're doing, how you're doing it. God is completely with you, behind you, and please don't take anything as condemnation, but like, we just want you to understand the love and joy that we get on a Monday, and want to tell you that how powerful and impactful it can be everywhere, because that's where it needs to be, is everywhere, you know?
Yeah. Huh.
I feel like, go ahead.
Sorry, no. Oops.
There goes that phone. I feel like, you know, sometimes Christmas reminds us that God didn't wait for humanity, right? He didn't wait for humanity to improve before showing up. He entered the mess as it was.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't wait for humanity to be perfect, because, like, I think that's what's also so amazing is, like, he came in vulnerable and came in not expecting perfection.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's so incredible when you look at it, is like, he lived it. He lived the vulnerability. He lived having to have someone care for him. So, like, that's why I think it's so incredible, like, when we talk about special needs ministries, is because he was cared for, and he knows the care that it takes to care for a special needs ministry. And I think that's why it feels just so, just a little, like I said, just like a little different. We said it a bazillion times. I feel bad that other churches don't get to have the feelings that we do on a Monday. Like, it is
and a Sunday when they're there.
Gosh. Yeah. And like Nathan said that one time, like, he's not just there. Like, he's not just there and like sitting in the back. You know, like Nate is.
He's a major part of the. He's a major ingredient in the church, and he's missed when he's not there. And
you guys don't realize how many people from my church, or just that I know, have seen him on the podcast and have came up to me and was like, that Nathan, the way that he spoke was just incredible, and this, that, and the other thing. Like, man, like, I love the way that, like, our church navigates, and I know that there are other churches out there, so please, like, don't, I just say our church, just that's because our home base, and you know, but like the navigation of like the full acceptance of like family, like they are family, like they are just normal people, just like you and me, which they are, coming on a Sunday to just praise God and be about it, you know?
Yeah. And what message do we send when we take healing and we, that becomes kind of the barometer for faith? Like, if you're praying for healing and that doesn't come, you know, how does that work into your faith? How does that affect your faith?
Which is a crazy thing to, like, because we've had conversations like that with our friends.
We have.
Like, about that, like, truly being someone, which they're always absolutely incredible, but like, Brian Weaver was on here, and he has Williams syndrome, and his mom, I'll never forget, his mom we were sitting there, and she's like, Brian, if you could talk to God and have him take away your Williams syndrome, would you? Without hesitation, I am talking about without. He literally looked at his mom and went, no. And I started bawling, because he's like, Mom, without my Williams syndrome, he's like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't know the people that I know, and I wouldn't be so special as I am. And that is so incredible. Yeah. Like that, like knowing I am different, but knowing this is the way that God made me.
Such a good way. Yeah. He knows.
And I don't want to change it.
Yeah.
Man, like, I'm sure there are people out there, like, I know me, I've fallen into that, you know, where I'm like, I want to change this. I want to change this about myself. And he's like, nope.
And that's 100% because of his environment. You know, you are your environment. And if if he feels that welcome and that loved and that cared for in the community that he's found, that is the reason for his joy in life. You know, that and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. And I think to like really kind of get into this, I know we've kind of talked for a bit here, but I want to kind of get into where we go. I mean, we've just been rambling here for a little bit, but I think the big thing for us is, like, we're going to kind of get into a couple parts here. We're kind of go through them a little quicker, but like, I feel like the incarceration kind of changes everything, right? When it comes to like the Bible stance, right? What do you think? I mean, I feel like, I feel like it's go ahead.
It's one of the most overlooked truths that of Christmas. God didn't shout instructions from heaven. He entered humanity.
Yeah.
Jesus experienced dependence. He experienced limitation. He experienced hunger, fatigue, frustration, and growth. None of that disqualified from being fully God.
Yeah. And I think my brain did a flop here.
Yeah.
I said it's incarnation, guys.
Incarnation.
Let's look at it as it is. Incarceration is not the word.
It's going to happen. No.
My gosh.
You were thinking of Paul, and you're all right.
But like, like we got to understand though, like weakness is not flawed in God's design, right? Like often it's like the place where his glory is most clearly revealed, right? Like when we see disability as a problem to fix, I feel like we miss the presence of God already at work, right? Like, like we get to see it all the time, especially when we have new people serving on Mondays. It's always that like, the first week is always like that hyper critical parts where they're like, what do I got to do? How can I do this? How can I do this? How can I change this? How can I help this person? And it's mostly like, you don't. Like, you just be there with them, and they got it. They got the crayons. They're doing what they're doing, and like, and they know. But like, man, like, I think it's important to understand that like when we stop seeing the disability as the problem to fix, like we actually get to see like God truly already in work in our friends and in not just our friends, but like even in the people that are serving in that congregation, like seeing the difference of like their faith journey. Because me and Laura talked about it on the last podcast, but like, man, how it changes your life being in the special needs ministry. It's incredible.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's changed our life immensely as well.
Yeah, and I mean like how might our churches change if weakness was seen as like a sacred place, like space, like rather than like something uncomfortable? Like that's like a question, you know what I mean? Like if we can take that change, right, of like weakness is not seen, if it's like seen as like that sacred space rather than uncomfortable, which understand special needs ministries are very uncomfortable sometimes. There's a lot of things that happen. I mean, let's be very fair about it. A lot of the times it's uncomfortable. There are limitations to like some things that we can do and the way that we have to navigate things. But like that is, I feel like any ministry, just some things just a little different, you know, when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that is, I love that, like that weakness is like a sacred space, because like, man, like I know a lot of our friends, like they feel different. They feel, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like they don't feel the same that like we do on a daily basis. They know that they have limitations. They know that they can only do specific things. And like sometimes I know like that may come off to them as like they're weaker than us, or like they're different than us. But like, man, like when we give them that sacred split, like that space where they know that Nathan can be Nathan, Brian can be Brian, Shane can be Shane, and like without hesitation, they know who they are, they know who they're there for, they know who they're praising, they know everything, and they know that they're loved every step of the way. I think that's what changes dramatically. And I think that's what kind of changed, I mean, you guys heard it last week, but changed my world completely. And that's what made us this driving force, and then this human that's going to be somewhere right in here, you know, the driving force of why we have this company, like why we have this nonprofit, because it's so important for us that we just want to spread it everywhere. I mean, Andy has been doing this. He's been teaching for a bazillion years, special needs, and he's been all over. I mean, this guy, he's incredible. He's one of my best friends, and the way that he literally can talk to our friends and be with them and teach them, and it's an incredible thing, man. It's incredible. And like to have that, to be able to give that gift that he can, or like you can, or I can, or any of like realize, and what I'm trying to say is like realize that you have a gift that you can like give to a community that doesn't get a whole lot. just giving them a little bit,
Just give them a little time.
You'll get so much in return.
Yeah.
So much. So like, I know you already talked on it earlier, Mark, but like, let's go more back into that, like when healing doesn't come, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like Christmas time, it can be incredibly difficult, right, for families impacted by disabilities. Yes. I mean, I know I have someone with a disability literally in my family. My nephew has a disability, and I know the struggles that even they go through, mm-hmm. and just to get out of the house,
yeah,
right? And I feel like, sometimes I feel like we don't always take a step back and like look at that, right? Like there is joy, I'm sure, but I'm sure there's a lot of grief, yep. right? Like there's hope, but like I was just saying, like I'm sure there's a lot of waiting, like having to get things ready and like having to navigate things differently and like having to do all this. I feel like, church culture sometimes like pressure families to believe harder, like pray louder or expect healing as like the proof of faith. Like, mm-hmm. man, like how can like well-meaning prayers unintentionally like create, like, I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, but like pressure or shame. Like, man, like I think like what I'm trying to get at here is like, it could be incredibly difficult for that family member or whomever to get there on time,
yeah,
or to even sometimes get there. Yeah. Right. And like, I feel like sometimes like we get locked up in this whole situation of like, oh, it's Christmas, it needs to be like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Like it truly doesn't. And like, I'm just looking at this from like a 30,000 foot view. And please understand, like, this is nothing that like me and Mark have like talked about, but like, man, like I do have this very close in my family. And I know that I've had to talk with my cousin Cody and mm-hmm. Nicole about it, like sometimes. And like, I just pray because I know how extremely incredible they are as parents. Mm-hmm. But like, if you didn't know them and you didn't know how hard they tried in what they did, you'd be like, how are they always late? Or how are they?
Yeah.
Because they're busting their butt trying to get Paxton where they need to go. Or like, Sheena talked about it, like trying, like that's got to be so tough. And like, I am so grateful to have family members and friends like so close, because it gives me a different perspective of the holiday seasons. I'm like, when it doesn't look the same, like, yeah, there's joy, but man, is there a lot of grief and is there a lot of crying or whatever? It's just different, right?
Yeah, man.
Right?
That's gotta be so difficult.
Yeah. And I think that's like the big thing is like, sometimes I feel like when you do that and you're like, oh, I'm praying for you, like that adds just like so much pressure or stress. Like, I'll pray for you guys to get here.
Yeah.
And like, no, like
the unintentional, the unintentional harmful prayer. Sometimes you can hurt some people or put undue pressure on them.
And
with certain ways like that.
Any parent or caregiver or anyone out there with special needs or anyone in general, just like comment on that. Like, I just, talk to us about like any situations that you've had with when it comes to like a holiday or something, that like a memory where you were the one behind the struggle, or you were the one behind the message, not unbeknownst to you, you know what I mean? And like, I would love to chat about it and really, like I said, you guys, there's been people commenting and I love chatting with you guys, and please continue to do so. But like, let us know, like, how it's affected you, or how you were able to correct maybe when you sent a text message where you didn't mean it and it came off the wrong way, because I know that I have. Mm-hmm. And like, I always, Mark knows this, I am a bazillion miles a minute at all times but like there is never an ill intention in me at all. But like, sometimes I will see something and I'm like, I'll get back to that. Or I'll do something, I'm like, I'll do that later. And then that later
never comes.
Never comes. Ask Mark.
That's fine.
Yes. But like, I've been on that where it's like, I've had someone reach out to me and I left them completely dry.
Yeah. I think we understand each other there. Yeah. We have to extend that same kind of kind of grace to especially to our families and with special needs and with people in their families.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like Mark, like that kind of like sets up the table that like
setting the table.
That literally there's always, we've talked about like the seat at the table, but like I know we talked about this at the Thanksgiving special, and I'm going to reiterate it again, but like there is a seat at the Christmas table.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah.
Like
Christmas is all about outsiders.
Right?
Shepherds, the overlooked, the unexpected. God didn't tolerate these people. He invited them close.
Right?
Yes.
Not only tolerated, he was like, hey.
No, come here.
Come here. Like.
And that's what we need. Yeah. That's such a big lesson for us in this world.
And we'll leave you with another question. Like who might feel like an outsider in our churches today? I mean, truly, like, think about it and definitely drop it down. But like, who do you think feels like an outsider? I mean, and it's almost like kind of like a catch-22, because I feel like anyone and everyone can feel like an outsider. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to get at, but like more in the sense of like, man, we knew that we had a disability population that felt like outsiders, and we had to do something about it. Mm-hmm. God pressed that on our hearts on our church 12 years ago now, because I think that this is our 11th Night to Shine prom. Wow. So either 11 or 12 years, whatever the case, 11 or 12 years. But like, that's what happened. Like, we just did one thing, and I talked about it before. Like, even if you don't want to start a special needs ministry, go online, type into Night to Shine prom, and just maybe put one on, and then see the population in your area. Because
it'll shock you.
I am telling you that if you do it once, if you just do one Night to Shine prom, because I'm telling you, there are places that don't even know that this exists, or your church doesn't realize that you can do this. You can hop on the Tim Tebow Foundation, do the Night to Shine prom. You can't do. I'm sure you could probably still do it for next year. You would. We opened it, I think, at like 7:00 in the morning, and we had people already on. I think reserved and like
we were full minutes. By 10, wasn't it?
It was
like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. It was sold out.
It was incredible.
Yeah,
and we're actually going to,
and we have a big one too. Like, it's not a tiny one. It's a good size prom.
Over 100 plus this year, because we were figuring out ways to get more people into our building. So like I'm even getting at is like knowing like this table that I'm talking about, knowing that the table, like in this time, like, man, there are populations out there. Do the Night to Shine prom. I'm telling you, come back to me after you do it and tell me how amazing it is. But I'm telling you, you'd say that your church is doing a Night to Shine prom, you will be flabbergasted by the amount of people that reach out to you. You will be full in a day, without a doubt.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
And if that doesn't inspire you to create a weekly program,
I don't know what will.
Yeah, I don't. Or if you don't have the means to host one yourselves. Find the closest church that is. Volunteer at it. Volunteer for that. You can volunteer at Night to Shine. Find one close to your home.
If you are around the Trinity, Florida area, type in Trinity New Life Church. Reach out to our coordinator, because we are needing people to still help. Try it one time, and you'll love it. But just go on there, and just like Mark said, even if you don't want to do one, volunteer, and then you'll understand the amount of fun that you have at this thing is bananas. It's bananas. I didn't go. Listen, I was one of those goofballs when I was in high school. I didn't go to proms, so like
I went to prom twice, and this is way better.
That's what everyone said. That's what I'm saying. I never went, so I can't be like, I went to prom and it was just as good.
No, you won't believe it.
It's incredible. Like, I have a blast. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, true inclusion, it isn't clarity, right? It's belonging, and that is what we're trying to do with everyone, just collectively, because I feel like we all know that as a church, it's like that belonging. But like the extent that we can do it, I feel, is so much more, right? Our outreach, I feel, can be wider when it comes to the people that we're trying to be included, right? For that belonging. And I think that's where the disability comes into play, right? Because it's not saying we can be here if you don't disrupt us. It's saying we are better because you're here, right? And I think that's in like knowing this. I will never, ever, ever, ever not praise our pastor for how incredible that he is on a Sunday, because we do have our friends that come on Sunday. So let's be very clear. Once you open Pandora's box and start the amazing special needs ministries, just know that they will come on Sundays.
Yep.
And just know that it is okay, right? Just know that things may sound different, may look different, but I'm sure once I'm just foreshadowing, but like I know that your pastor will know that it's okay because he said yes to the special needs ministries, just like our amazing pastor did. And it doesn't even bother him, and it doesn't even bother our congregation anymore. And it's just so beautiful when something like happens. But also on top of that, then we give the parents and caregivers an opportunity to come on Sundays as well and hear the gospel, and then we give them a Shine Sunday where we'll take their special needs client or child and we'll bring them into another room and give them another lesson, and then give you the opportunity to meet Jesus where you are.
Yep.
Like, how incredible is that? That's what I'm trying to say, like the ripple effect of what can happen. Like, just try Night to Shine.
Yep.
Yeah, just try Night to Shine prom, and I'm telling you, it will spark something in you. If it doesn't, I don't know what will, because it's incredible.
Yeah, you just have to create that opportunity for it to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen.
And that last thing, and like knowing that, it's like we are better. Like, I'm talking about our entire church congregation is we are better because they're there.
Oh, for sure.
Like, substantially. Dude, I just realized that I'm shrinking down.
You are for once. And look at how high I am.
So tall. Go
ahead. So that leads a question, like, what would it look like to design a church around people instead of convenience?
Glory.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's what we're seeing it.
I like, it is like, don't get me wrong. It is not it's not going to be all butterflies and rainbows 24/7, but man, I would give it the highest percentage that I potentially could without saying it's perfect of what it will do to your church. I mean, there's very minute things, and I think that's more internally with like us. Like, we're kind of sadly, like, we're outgrowing our church.
Yeah.
Like, we're physically outgrowing with people the size of our church, and that's why I'm trying to like say like it's glory, but like it can't be all the time, because like he is giving us all the glory, and we are running out of the space to just. We're trying to squeeze everyone we potentially we can. Yeah. But like, man, I think that is what it looks like to design a church around people instead of convenience, and it looks like glory to God. There's no other way to say that it is complete glory to God, because you see all of his creation in one place.
Yeah, and I think that's why the formula works so well where we're at. I think there's just such an inclusion and such a love for everybody, and you can feel it. And it's real.
What's crazy is I'm genuine. Sure there are so many other amazing churches just like ours that just doesn't have the special needs community, and that's what we're trying to say. Like, you are this close to being, and not like better, but just different, just a different church, and the feeling that you'll get from it is far more superior than anything else that you can potentially feel. I mean, our church literally is like longing for like ways for them to like be involved in our special needs ministry. Mm-hmm. Like, we do full worship nights where we invite this will be our second one. It was a crazy idea that I had, and of course, knowing my church, I didn't like, oh, maybe not, and they're like, yeah, it's incredible, let's do it. Like, and we had 140 something.
Yeah, it was wild.
First one, which is incredible, and we're just going to continue to do it. Like, our church, and you're going to see your church is always going to try and find a way to be involved. I mean, look at this man. He's like, I'm just going to go take photos forever. And then we're like, no, Mark, you just put the camera down and be involved.
I took photos last night.
I know you did.
Or not last night, Monday night.
Monday.
What is this?
I don't know.
It's been like 5 days from Monday.
It's a blur. This week's a blur. Listen, we're still. I mean, look at us. We got our golden tans still. You know, we're out here living the cruise life still.
We're still on vacation.
Yeah, but like, man, like, infinite power wrapped up in human weakness. And I think that is the message of Christmas, right? Like, disability does not erase the image of God. Ready? It reveals it differently. It doesn't. It does not erase the image of God. I'm going to tell you this again. It reveals it differently. And once you can like hear that, see it, and put it to practice, like, man, is it beautiful. Because like, some people, sadly, in this world, I'm sure you guys will know, there are people that are pre-Christ, is what I used to like to call them. Pre-Christ, you know, but like, that see someone with a disability and look at them like they are absolutely not welcome. And it blows me away to hear or see it. But like, man, like, when you truly are of Christ, like, and you can think about it and be like, man, like, that image of God to me, I'm speaking as me now, is so vivid because of our special needs community. The love that I know he can give is so incredible because I get to see it through Mondays.
I like that.
I'm telling you, that's the only way I can, like, it is, his love is so amazing, and I get to see it on display more than most people. And I think that's why we're trying to press this so hard, is because we get to see the love of Jesus more than most in our special needs community.
That's so true, and it's such a pure form of it too.
Gosh, it's the love. It is, and that's what we're trying to express, how pure it is, because this is, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I feel like that is why the enemy wants to hold down this population from the gospel, and that's why we need you out there to change that, because he knows that Jesus asks for that childlike faith, and this population gives it nonstop. And that is what he expects, and I think that's why the enemy wants to hold it down, because he does not want them to know truly who Jesus is, and the faith that they give is literally what he asks for.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
it's a very dangerous thing.
Yeah.
You can't just have that kind of faith running free throughout the community that might teach us too much.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to say. Like, don't let the enemy take that from you, because we know that there are people in this world, or that are watching, that are hearing, that have that fire, that wants to start this ministry. And the enemy has been he does not need to make you not believe. He just needs to make it too big for you to not want to do it, right? So I know there's people out there that have that fire burning, that are like, I want to start this special needs ministry, and then the enemy comes in and is like, oh, you can't do it, or you're not certified. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. Nope. God, but God. That's the only thing you should say when you're starting a special needs ministry, is but God. Because I'm telling you, if you come with that mindset of, I know I am not certified, but God. I know that I don't have the people, but God. I know that I don't have this, but God. If you put but God, I am telling you, you can do it. Because God has already placed those people in front of you. He placed everyone that he did in TNLC. And he's been doing it now for 12 years. And he's going to do it in your church for the next 12 plus years. And we, like I said, we are so happy. 75 of our amazing, beautiful friends got to hear about the birth of Jesus. Because that's what, so we did our whole Back to Bethlehem series. And like, literally, like, they got to hear why we are truly doing this.
Yeah.
Like, that's the big thing, is like separating them, and like, yes, and like, they need to understand that there are two reasons for Christmas, but one perfect reason for it. Like,
the real reason.
Yeah. The true birth of our Lord and Savior. Like, they got 70, like, are you hearing me? Like, I want to shake this. Like, 75 of our friends got to hear truly why we do that. It just blows my mind. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
And that's why me and Mark and Andrew are doing this, and what we're doing. Like, just wait till you see the next videos that we do, and like, this is going to be insane. Like we're going and teaching about, we're going to go through Jonah, and like, we're doing it in a way where, like, our friends and you like will understand that it's not about the big fish. Because I think that's one of the biggest things that happens when we read about the story of Jonah is we get hyper fixated on the big fish. And I think that is what is so cool about the curriculum that we do is that we take so much time to like really truly narrow it down where they're going to learn about truly, because people don't know the true story of Jonah is like what happens when you're disobedient and go the wrong way. Like, why was he in that spot? Because he ran from Jesus. Like, and that's why, like, and we're basically tying a bow on this right now. But like, man, like, we want you to be a part of that so bad. We want you to know what it's like. We want you to have that fire, and we are here to help you every step of the way. Like, you are, like, understand if you're looking at me and you're like, I have no one in the church. Good, you have us. You have us too, right here, ready to help you wherever you are with whatever you need. Like,
we'll show up. We'll be there.
Not just show up, but we're gonna outfit you with the curriculum and everything that is needed. Like, I feel like sometimes that's the hardest thing is like, because listen, they will come. They will be there, and
they'll be hungry for knowledge.
And man, if you don't know, like, if you've never seen someone, just think of, because I'm sure you know the picture. Think of that new baby Christian that just like found Christ, like how much they're reading and like all that stuff. Now put a hyperfixation on it, right? Now put someone. It's incredible how hungry they are for the word of Christ. It will blow you away, and then you get to be a part of it, and then you get to get the same feeling that we do.
And all of the teaching material is done. We have it done. We have it packaged. It's ready to go.
We have over a year.
Yeah, we have over a year worth of educational materials ready to go.
Yeah, so like, don't be afraid. Like, if I can give you one thing, like, don't, like, I know it's scary, but don't be afraid. Like, you've got it. We've got it. Like, I'm telling you, you are not the only person in your church that has the feeling that you do. You're the only one that just spoke up. And I promise you, whoever has the same feeling is going to follow you into the battlefield, because we have one of the most fearless leaders as a human being, and I will follow her anywhere she went.
I agree.
Emily Hoogerworth has done amazing things in our Shine community, and it's only going to progress to something far beyond what we can even fathom. And speaking of Emily, if you need to know more about Night to Shine Prom, I will get you her information as well, and because she is so knowledgeable about it. But you got anything else before we kind of shut this thing down? I just wanted to kind of get this out there and just let you guys know that we want you to feel this. Christmas is truly an amazing time to really sit and kind of think about 2026, right? And if we can kind of start rolling into this, I think this is going to be mine and Mark's and Andrew's push towards the end of the year. Is like 2026 can be a year of change for you and your congregation, and we want to be here to help. And I think if there's anything that you can remember from this podcast of probably 30, 40 minutes or whatever, like it's been way longer. I'm just, that was bad math.
The goal was 40 minutes.
That was bad math. But what I'm saying is like, man, like, I don't know. I just like understanding that like you can do this, and 2026 is going to be, I feel like the shift in churches in 2026 can be massive with what we're trying to put out there and the people that just want to say yes. I'm trying to just figure out the easiest way for you to understand. Like, I know we're just going to keep doing it until the end of the year, like this big push. Like 2026 can and should look different because of you. And we're here to help. And know that I've said it a bazillion times. You and your church and your congregation is doing absolutely nothing wrong, and I'm sure it's absolutely incredible. But there always can be a change.
Yeah, there's always room.
So please take that as that. Like, I if you don't have a special needs congregation, it's okay. And I'm not saying you're worse than us. By no means am I saying that. I just know that if you don't have a special needs ministry, there's space. And if you can make the space, the glory that will come from that is far better than anything that I think you'll be able to expect. What do you got, Marky Poo?
I think I agree. I think if you think, if you feel like there's something missing in your church or in your congregation, this is probably it.
Yeah, and know that you are capable.
Yep.
Know that you are the person. Don't let the enemy tell you otherwise. You are the person. If you have this, like years ago when I started Able Makers, like I said on the last one, I thought I was completely not equipped to do this. I still feel that way, but God.
Yep.
But God. That's the only way that I can say that me and Mark and Andrew and Joey and Able Makers 2026 is gonna be massive. And it's only because we are stepping out in our faith to help you grow in your faith in your community. That's it. This is not for Mark and I or Andrew or Joey. This is for the glory of God. And we are just the ones that are on mission to help you do it.
Yep.
That's just the only thing.
We're just willing to do it. That's the only difference. We said yes. And that's all we're asking from you.
What's the word you said?
Yes.
Say it again.
Just say yes and do it.
That's
and
it.
That's it. It really will. God will take it and he'll run with it and he'll help you every step of the way. And we can help you with everything else that you'll need along the way. You can pretty much plan your entire year based on the curriculum that we sell. You could follow with your teachings, you could follow our curriculum and it'll carry you right through the entire year.
Literally the last one we just did, which is our Christmas series that we just ended our year in, because we won't have Shine till the new year, is we did Back to Bethlehem, and they literally got to, in a fun, really fun way, learn the true story of the birth of Jesus Christ and why we celebrate Christmas. And like, that is what we can do for you, is help you along the way. But it's not just like a death by PowerPoint. This is so much fun. Like, the videos are very interactive. We're breaking the fourth wall. We're getting them up. We're getting them active, which is things that they don't do normally. To get that attention, like, it's incredible to really see. And like, me and Mark get to do this like literally every week, and we get to see it firsthand. And I think that's why it's so impactful for us, is because not only do we get to make it and stand behind the cameras and get to do it and laugh about it and joke about it and pray on it and do it, but man, we get to see the faith get truly lived out in real life.
Yeah.
And when you get that opportunity, when you say yes and then live it out, man, what a cool feeling.
Yeah, and their reaction to these videos is we were talking about it last night after our final one, and I told Scott that I was trying to watch it from a perspective of an outsider, and I mean, just the amount of interaction and the amount they respond to it and they react to it is you don't see it from a lot of other things. I don't see it from anything on television for sure, but I think it works for, I think what we're doing works for what it's intended to work for. I think it does a really good job.
Yeah, I think we're truly, listen, we are not saying that we are perfect by no means, and we are truly working on trying to be as close as we possibly can, and we're going to continue to do that until forever. I mean, and that's our goal, is we want to make this as close to, because I mean, nothing can ever be perfect other than Jesus, and that's why I'm kind of saying it the way I am, and know that I am not giving you 100%. I am giving you every bit of 1,000% that I possibly can, and Mark and Andrew and everyone behind us, we're doing the same thing, and we truly care about this community, and we truly care about you, and we want to hear from you. We want to see this growth. We truly do, and I think that's why this Christmas season into New Year's, we're gonna push us a little harder, and just to let you know that, like, you are it. Just do it, and we're here, and we're gonna help you. If you got nothing else, we'll go ahead and close up in prayer. And
pray us out, my man.
Yeah, Jesus, thank you for coming close. Thank you for choosing your humility, vulnerability, and love. Lord, as we celebrate your birth, please help us to reflect your heart. Let our churches look like the manger. Room for everyone, dignity for everyone, grace for everyone. Lord, would you just bless our listeners? Would you just put a special blessing on the special needs community, and just, Lord, that the growth will come and the people are out there, Lord. It's just a matter of our obedience. So, Lord, I just place a supernatural obedience on the people that you are calling for this. And I just thank them and I praise them for their yes, Lord. So we just love you and we thank you for your birth. We just love you and we just praise you in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So really, if this conversation encouraged you, would you please just share it? If it encouraged you, just share it. Share it with someone. Share it with a pastor. Share it with someone who just needs to hear about the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if there's people out there that it might not have got on the ears of, but man, share it with them. Maybe they didn't know that this is a thing, and you're like, oh, Susie would love to hear this. Give it to Susie. We're for everyone. Hi, Susie. You know, whoever you are. Go ahead and follow us on all socials. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're back on it. Like, comment, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button, dude. Yeah, we're on Spotify and YouTube. Look for big things. 2026. We have an announcement. Probably on, I would say, the next one about a potential big thing that we're doing in March of 2026. So be on the look for that. Able Makers is going to be making some moves in 2026, and we can't do without you. So please like, share, comment. All the ways to donate is also going to be in here because we definitely cannot do this without you. We thank you, and we love you. Mark.
Scott.
We love you. Have a great night, y'all.
Love you, everybody.
Bye.